Bill. I want to introduce you to Jim Allred.
Hi.
Jim, how you doing?
Hey, pleased to meet you.
Jim is the main reason behind Reston Community Center existing.
Very neat.
45 years ago almost now, because
It only took 6 years, and now you're tearing it all out.
Yeah.
Hard hats,
Hard hats.
safety glasses, and a vest.
Gotcha. What we'll end up with after this project is done is 2 entirely separate pools.
Oh.
And it should be great.
The swimming pool was a major consideration. Bob Simon was trying to do the live, work, play concept,
Right,
but there wasn't much play during the wintertime.
right.
So all the pools were closed, and this was pretty revolutionary
Yes,
back in
right.
1974, an indoor pool. So one of our goals was connections.
Yep,
We wanted connections, and that's why a lot of the spaces were open
yep,
in the glass wall. We wanted
yeah.
people to come see and say,
Right.
wow. When I was growing up in Canton, Ohio, I lived in the inner city, and my means of indoor recreation was the YMCA. And I would go there twice a week and swim. They had a game room. I think that was resonating in my mind when I thought about volunteering to head this independent effort, to see if we could find a way to fund and design a community center for Reston. My background, I'm an architect and I have a master's in urban planning, and I thought, well, I might be able to help out.
I was all for him doing this, even though we had 2 small children at the time.
I formed the Community Center Task Force, and we laid out every step that we could think of the process. We had a piece of paper. It was more like shelf paper. It was 3 foot high and 10 foot long. And we put a bubble diagram for every function that we could think of, through design, through construction, the funding aspects, and so forth. Over the next few months, we held meetings with the community, every place we could, to develop community input to design the center and discuss the things that they wanted: a wood shop, a photo lab, community meeting rooms, a community performance space. We went to the Reston community players. We went to the aquatics people in the high schools and talked about the swimming pool.
During that time when those meetings were being held, he would come home at 5:30. We would have dinner at 6, and he would be out the door at 7:30, and back at 10:30, 11 o'clock.
At the end of summer, we had a schematic design for what could be in the community center, and we put a cost estimate to that. We got down to the way that we were going to propose it, and that was through a statute in Virginia law that allows a group of citizens to join together and to tax themselves. The tax base not only includes all the homes, but they include all the businesses, all the commercial facilities. Any entity that pays taxes would be included in this. So the tax base was much wider. The referendum came about on June 10th, 1975. There was a school bond on it, a jail bond, and those were countywide issues. There was the Reston Community Center. The school bond failed, the jail bond failed. The Reston Community Center was approved by over a 70% margin.
I want to welcome you all here. This is a historic event, fulfilling one of the major goals, in fact, the only unmet major goal that Robert Simon set out for this new town. And let me quote, He said that the widest choice of opportunities be made available for the full use of leisure time. This means that the new town should provide a wide range of recreational and cultural facilities. Today is the transition of the dreams and the goals and the plans and the construction and the reality.
The reason the process was successful is we involved the people and let them give us their dreams and hopes for the center. I'm sure there was at least 100 volunteers that gave us help along the way. The center just wouldn't be there if that hadn't happened.